Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I have a great pleasure in participating in the Global Forum on Arts, Culture, Creativity and Technology 2020 in Colombia. I would have loved to be amongst you all in person in your beautiful country. I thank the organizers for inviting me to speak on museums in the United Arab Emirates. Museums play a crucial role in keeping alive the memories of nations. In fact, they are repositories of the creative energies of nations past and present. They represent the best of humanity's relentless struggle against forgetting. Every aspect of building and maintaining a museum is part of how we pay tribute to our histories, collections, enunciations of artifacts, display, preservations, outreach, and so on. The meanings we thus derive from our past help us define and shape our present and future. We in the UAE take pride in how well we harmonized between our rich traditions and vibrant modernity. Ours is one of the rare countries in the world where tradition and modernity are not talked about in conflicting terms. Both complement each other so organically in the UAE that we never experienced the tussle between the two as many other nations did. The wise leadership of the UAE had realized early on the importance of museums, not only in terms of their touristic potential, but also in terms of their role in helping define our national identity. The setting up of Al Ain National Museum was an important milestone in the UAE's history. Its birth was almost coterminous with the establishment of the UAE in 1971. The oldest museum in the UAE, Al Ain Museum, was founded in 1969 under the guidance of our founding father, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, charting the history of Al Ain from the Stone Age through the foundation of the UAE. The museum houses artifacts discovered in many archaeological sites scattered throughout the region, including flint tools and arrowheads dating to the 6th millennium BCE. The Zayed National Museum, expected to open in a few years, will be a grand museum, illustrating the natural and human history of the UAE. It will also tell the story of the late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, 1918-2004, our founding father and the country's first president. I must also mention the Sharjah Museum of Islamic Civilization. It is one of the best museums on the subject, illustrating the story of Islamic civilization from its infancy to present. Sharjah has a number of other specialized museums, such as the Art Museum, Maritime Museum, Calligraphy Museum, and Archaeology Museum. The Etihad Museum in Dubai is a significant milestone. Opened in 2017, the striking modern museum engagingly chronicles to the birth of the UAE in 1971, spurred by the discovery of oil in the 1950s and the withdrawal of the British in 1968. Documentary, films, photographs, artifacts, timeline, and interactive displays zero in on historic milestone in the years leading up to and immediately following this momentous occasion and pay homage to the country's 7 founding fathers. Last but not least, I would like also to draw your attention to the giant strides we have made in the international museum scene. The opening of Louvre Abu Dhabi has brought global attention to our capital city. This cultural beacon made the UAE a space for cultures to come together and celebrate the creative evolution of humanity. A remarkable partnership between the UAE and France, Louvre Abu Dhabi represents the dynamic nature of the contemporary Arab world while celebrating the region's vibrant multicultural heritage. As the website of the Louvre Abu Dhabi rightly says, it means focusing on what unites us, the stories of human creativity. This philosophy guides the museum in everything it does, from its foundation as a collaboration between two cultures to the dazzling architecture that combines French design with Arabic heritage. Constraints of time force me to leave out a lot from this short speech. Guggenheim Abu Dhabi, another landmark to be open in a couple of years, will add to the cultural richness of the Saadiyat Islands in Abu Dhabi. Before I conclude, I must draw your attention to a dazzling cultural icon coming up in Dubai. The Museum of Future is a visionary cultural institution currently under construction. This is a place where you can see, touch, and shape our shared future, combining elements of exhibition, immersive theater, and themed attraction. The Museum of the Future will inspire you to look beyond the present and take your place within possible worlds to come. Once again, thank you for having me. I invite you all to the UAE to come and enjoy our cultural offerings.